Hello guys, this is Praveen from India. So I'm gonna teach you about how to make vector graphics or scalar vector graphics with in Android Studio only without using any SVG or any other imaging softwares. So it's very easy for you guys to understand. I didn't find any videos in YouTube for such a thing, such a easy thing. So I'm gonna upload about this, and we usually need this data because sometimes to make it more interactive, to make the things more interactive, we need to put our own graphics. So like in activities you can use, in layouts you can use, anywhere you can use this vector images, and it's very easy to create it all. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a new drawable resource file, like with vector 4 because I already have vector 3 vectors. Okay, we don't need selector for this, we can delete this tags. Okay, now we just need vector. Yeah, inside this vector we have three things: group, clip path, and path. So I'm gonna talk about group and path. So group is, as you can understand by name, group means to 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 make, like to add different path in the same group. So for that we need a group tag. So okay, so let's talk about path. Inside the path, what else we need is like stroke width and stroke color, or a fill color and fill type. I will talk about all of this. So let's first make a line by making a stroke color, and I will take my primary color, and we need to, for a stroke we usually need to give the stroke width. Let's take it 2. And okay, now coming to path data, this is the main thing which we like, which we need to do here. So here we have three things. Yeah, so L means a line creation. So L is usually have values, like L. This letters will be always in capital, then value of X, and you can put it like value of Y. Either you can put it like this: L, then X, then Y. So both the ways will work at the same. The next thing is we are going to put is M. M is nothing but new absolute position. New absolute position of point, or new absolute point you can say. Like we have our absolute point all the time, we have our absolute point in our graph is 0 0. The axis is 0, y is 0. We can select that, we can take a new absolute point and we can start from there. So that's why we need M. So for that again we need to have the same thing, X, or take it comma Y, or you can take it like this also. So I will write for that also X and comma X space Y. So this both will work as same. The third thing I know is curve. So this curve is same as paint. So I know it's very tough to make a circle or make a half circle in curve, but I have found something. But I will just tell you, you need to find out how to make a perfect circle or perfect half circle in a curve. So first you try and go Microsoft Paint, then you can do the same in vector image also. So what's good thing about vector is how much you scale it, it will never disturb at what we call distort. Yeah, so for curves we need the first values, like the first I will take first values as the first where you want to start, x1, and this is x2, y1. Okay, the next thing is the hop from uh, how much curve you want from x-axis and from y-axis, that also you can put. So I will take it xc and that's yc, and the last value is, if you want to come back to the same point, so this x1 and y1 is not similar to that line creation x and y. This is just a starting point and ending point. Okay, so take the next values, it's y x2 and y2. So this will complete the complete curve parameters. So these all parameters we need to pass for curve. I will explain you, it will be very easy when you do it practically. So the next thing we are going to do is, we are going to make a line of 100 centimeter, and that is how no such line created. Okay, so here you can see there's some internal stuff problem, so we need to put viewport width. Okay, so I've not given how much the pixel size should be, how much the vector image size should be. So we put height is 200 dp. You can take, you know, the difference with dp in pixels, or we can put it over here. So I'll just 200 dp. Then the viewport height is how much of the like this, the height and width how you have taken, how much you want to use of that much. So how that you have the match, you have the parent size of 200, and of that parent size how much you want to use. So that is viewport height and viewport. So I will take 200, so that will use completely. Yeah. Okay, so here you can see a line got created. So there's a straight line. So next question will be, what if I again put this 100 and 0 what will happen? Nothing happen, because this L means it will always, like the absolute point now is 0 0, like the point is going to start is 0 0, and if we take from 0 0, if we create any line from any line to 100 0, so it will create a 100 centimeter line in x-axis, like take it centimeter, and it will create a 100 pixel line or 100 dp line in x-axis. So is this tool L100 comma 0 0, and again L100 comma 0 0 is doing the same thing. So if you want to see it, this is overlapping. So what I will do, I will take a new absolute point here that will take its so I will do, I will take a y-axis 10, will go down in y-axis, and here you can see what is happening. Yeah, here you can see what happened actually. So the line is created, line is started from 0 0 on for the second line. For the first line it got started from 0 0, and it ended up at 100 0 0. And the second thing, this second line that is started at 0 0 is not started at 0 0, because we have giving a new absolute position, that is m 0 0 and 10. 10 is the height of the x-axis. So this all, like, just think that this particular point is 0 0, and this is 0 10. We are going down towards y-axis, the 10. We are making a new absolute point, that is 0 0 10, and from there we are starting and we are ending up at 110. That's why we are getting a parallel line as same as the first line. Okay, so if you want to feel this, we can fill the color also over here. So I don't think this board will work out. So let's close it. Oh, nothing worked out. Well, no problem. If we take the date, if we close this as the, okay, not a problem. What I will do, I will make a new line that will start at L. Okay, now you can see this. Now you can see what happened actually. So a line is starting from, I will remove this fill first. So a line started from 0 0, and it went till 100 0, and after that the line is starting at 100 and it is going down to 10. So your next question will be, why it happened, like why the next point started at 100, not from 0 0. Why the absolute position got changed to this point? Because this, if we remove this, you can see what is going to happen. And if you put it again, so it automatically picks that if the last point is this point, and from there only we have to start. So is it easy? For easiness only they have taken this. If I take this L0, it will be starting, it will be coming back. See, so it got the new point. Let's make it 100, and let's make it 0. So nothing got happens. So you can try, you can make a more hit and try over there. So it's not that hard to, it's like you can stop over here. So like this, I've made 2-3 more path data. I'll show you directly what are the path I made. Okay, you can see this file. Okay, I will make this. Okay, so inside that group we have made 2 paths. This path 1 and this is path 1, and this path 1 is making a curve. So what I found out is, to make a perfect half circle, we have to take a, like what I'm actually doing is, we are taking this from here to here, the length is 100. Okay, and after that I'm taking the same, I'm taking the next position is this point. So the first position is this point and the second position is this point. So I will show you, like I will change the lines to 0. So this is like, if we made it like C100 0, so it will be really like a C in line from, starts from here to here. So if I made it 100, so it's ending at this point. This is the next new point for that, and this is 90 degree 90. This is not a degree, this is like how much variation happened, from this point to this point. So this is completely 90. So variation happened is 90 pixels. So here you can see the variation happened from here to here, it is 100, and the starting it was line was like this, and the variation happened in the last point is 90, and before that it was what we call it, an exponential graph got created. And the below the we know that how to make this particular triangle. So this I already told you, like C is x1 and y1 are the new is the first position, and the xc and yc are the how much curve variation you want, how much is it will not like it will be successive always. So you are starting at 0 and you're ending at 100, and if you are giving it xc is equals to anything, it will not change, because we have already like I'll tell you what would happen if you're taking x1 as 100 and y1 as 0, and the next xc, if you make any other, just take other values as 0 now. So we are not doing anything over there. So xc, you take any value, nothing will change in this, no change happens. Let's do it. So keep this thing aside. Okay, so I'll make this value 0, and I will also make this value 0. So you can see this particular part of the curve, nothing happened. It started from it started from 0 0, and it's making a 100 pixel line or 100 dp line, and if you are putting any value of xc, nothing happened over there. We'll put 1 2 whatever you want to put. You can check nothing will happen over there. Okay, Yes, one more thing will happen, that is that if you increase the length more than 100, then it will also increase the length of that. So if I increase it, they make it 120, it will increase the length by 20 centimeter, 20 dB. So if you know about graph, you will understand that if we are changing a curve value, because the thing is like we are taking we are taking the line. Okay, just think, we have 2 points, one is at 0 0 and one is just 100 0, and that the 2 points we are connecting it by thread, and uh, we picked the thread by our hand and we are moving the thread in x-axis only. So so what will happen, we are just that we just pick the line, we just pick the thread, and we're moving the same thread in the x-axis, and we are making it to 120. Then what, how it will represent is that thread will, the last point will be 120, but the ending point is always 100. So I don't know the particular thread, if the thread is not elasticable, then it will not happen, it will always be at 100. But here we are taking, here the things are like elastic, so that's why it is going to the next position, that is 120. So it is starting at 0 and it's going to 120, because we are picking the thread, and we are picking the thread and we are moving that thread in the x-axis towards 120. We are not making any changes in y-axis. So what I will do, I will make it a 10 dp y-axis. So just whatever example I have gave you, just think about that and how it will happen. So we are going little below 120, that is 10 dp below 120 in the y-axis. See, we'll remove the fill color. Yeah, so you can see that the line is going, will make a width less, that will 1 dp. Yeah, so now it looks great. So the 120 point is coming below, and the last point it is 120, because I already told you that that particular thread is elasticable, and now the last point is coming to 120, and it is in y-axis, it is 10 below. So these curves are always exponential, in exponential form, and so we want it to be ending at 0 0. That's why this curve is coming back. If you want it to be in 100, there will be only one line. Okay, no 100, it will be 120, 120, 10. Yeah. So I think you got the difference between three of this, and you know now how to make a path. So I will tell you some basic things, like if we start at L, we will make a line of 100, and we are going towards 0. Okay, and we'll make a square now. So I will go again L 0 100. Oh, okay, it should be 100. Now the next point should be L 0 100. Sorry, and the next point is 0 0. Yeah, next point I will take like this. Yeah. So always slow. Let's take it 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see this. So if you want to fill the color, you just need to put this fill color and take a color primary. So if the points are closing, so the points are closing each other, and if there is some area in between that particular part of the area will be filled by using this Android fill color tag. So I think it's enough for today. I will be stopping this video.